Now, I'm going to jump off the window on this one and say that I think that, I already told you, I feel like the little girl is no longer here. I think that they burnt her. Well, he burnt her. I think that is 3 places if they do find anything. This is where it's going to be close by the brother's house, close by the highway, Highway 6, or somewhere in between where the vehicle was found and the brother's house. Somewhere in between that 22 miles, if they ever find anything, which I honestly don't think they will, that's where I think it is. And here's why. If you go back to my last video or one of my videos about Malia, in there, the mother did an interview.
Have you talked to his brother? Next question. Have you talked to any of his family members?
We have spoken to the brother.
Both of you?
And that's how he was really arrested. But we'll talk about that more. But we have talked with the brother. And that's actually what helped play a role in getting him arrested.
Can you say what was said?
No, not right now. But I do believe, for a fact, they were helping him hide out. And I do believe that a few of them know a whole lot more of what really went down with Malia than what they've said.
And so you heard that before. He was saying that, their sole purpose was to protect Vence and not find Malia. But then the brother's the one who got him arrested, and that will come out in a trial later. My thing is now to where I keep saying it, enough is enough. It's because it's not just one person who failed her, so it's never going to be justice in her case to me. Again, I think that the brother or someone in that house who was with the brother was the one driving a vehicle and dropped him off. I think that Vence burnt and got rid of Malia's body by himself. And again, justice will never fully be served because the mother, the grandmother, CPS, Vence, and his family all failed her. So I want to talk about the mother's interview that I had in my other video. I haven't uploaded it yet, but I'm going to go through a couple of things in that. And I want to focus on why I believe the grandmother's at fault as well. And why I feel like she's no longer speaking to Brittany because she feels guilty.
Say it, trust me. I would say it if I knew something different, but I actually don't. I mean, the search team went out there today. I still don't know what's going on with that. And anyhow, hopefully we'll hear something soon. I know time is at the essence.
Why is y'all's focus this area, this city center area of Sugarland?
I'm not sure. Honestly, there's a lot of things that it's not clear to me. So I can't really speak.
I will hope you guys are looking at it because, one, he claims the kidnappers released him 6 miles away from there. 2, he was arrested 22 miles away from there at his brother's home. And 3, the vehicle was actually found there. So that's why I would hope you guys are searching there.
They didn't answer our message. You tried to call. And then the Saturday morning was like first thing you went and said, hey, they never came home. They were from the airport. They dropped.
Well, you have to keep in mind, her flight was delayed. She didn't contact me until 2 hours after that. Her flight was originally supposed to arrive at 10:07 from Hartford. Yes, she was just coming back from her father's services. She buried her father. So she had a lot going on. So this wasn't easy for her. And then, so anyhow, I texted her just to see how things were going. Hey, how's it going? or whatever, and she said, my flight's going to be delayed, because I spoke with her when she was in Charlotte. And she said, it's going to be delayed, but we didn't know exactly what time she was going to arrive. So I thought I'd text her back again. And then I asked her, I said, are you almost home? And she said, no, I'm still at the airport. I said, what? She said, I'm still waiting on Darian to pick me up. I said, okay.
That was like midnight?
Oh, yes. It was like midnight. And so anyhow, she said, I'm just going to wait a little while longer. So I said, okay. So I didn't fall back to sleep. I was kind of waiting. And then at 12:50, she texted me and said, hey, can you come pick me up? So keep in mind, it was Friday night. It was raining. It was awful. But I did it. I went pick her up. And then once we left from there, we went to her house, and she didn't have a keys to get in the house. We didn't know what to do. We wasn't thinking that they were missing. We thought he was just circling around the airport. So we decided to go back to my place and wait. So that's what happened.
And then what time did you finally go to the police department?
Oh, well, the police actually, when we went to her house that morning, a policeman was in the parking lot. I just so happened a policeman passed, and I stopped him and asked him for assistance. And he was the one that asked the maintenance people to let us in. Well, basically, what happened was we called them like 4 times about a key, and they wouldn't come. So I explained to them that the policeman was here, and he wants in. Then they came and opened it up, because I didn't want to call the police department and they're in the house sleeping.
Okay, now I'm wondering, how far does the mom live from the airport? Why would you think they were circling around the airport for that many hours? And then Brittany said that she thought it was because he was having car trouble. When you went there in the morning, y'all didn't notice that the vehicle was in there. So why would you think they were in there sleeping? And then, now I'm confused, because you said you flagged down a police officer to let y'all in. So did y'all ever go to the police department to fill out the quote-unquote forms to report Malia or Maleah missing?
No idea.
And I know from Brittany's Facebook page, she said she tried to get the Amber Alert issued earlier. They didn't issue it until yesterday.
Absolutely.
So can you just talk to me, about that? When did she want to get the Amber Alert issued, and why did they wait?
Well, let me see. It was some confusing information. First of all, when the policeman came, well, he didn't just come. He was passing in a parking lot. And he filled out, we asked him to come. We explained to him that we couldn't get into the apartment, and we felt that there was something going on. And anyhow, it's a long story, but I really want to make it short. I'm going to skip that part and just go to Derry Ashford Police. She filled out
Please
the
don't
3
skip
forms
that
of
part.
Maleah,
Please.
Darian, and Cortland.
And
That was Saturday. And she went there once before that, earlier that morning, and she filled out, I think, 1 paper. I wasn't with her. And they didn't ask her to fill out any additional information. And what got me was, I decided something's not right here. Nobody's contacting us. Nothing's moving. So I went back up there and I wanted to know why. And then they realized, oh, you need to fill out these other 3 forms. So we did that. And then once they had given that to us and put it in the system, they asked us to call missing persons. So I contacted missing persons. And they advised me that they do not work on the weekend. They only work Monday through Friday.
that was Derry Ashford?
Yes.
How well do you know Derry?
I knew him pretty well, but I really don't want to get into all that today. I'm going to stop right there. I probably said, well, I said what I know, and that's it, basically.
Well, we hope that we can help.
WENS.
And how is Mr. Vence doing? Is he out of the hospital?
He is out of the hospital. He's doing okay, I guess. I can't really comment on anybody else besides myself and Brittany.
You haven't seen him?
No, not really.
You'll be still helping police? His memories coming back?
I have.
So when asked about Vince, you can tell that she, before this even happened, she doesn't care for him. And she says that she said too much. And what do you mean by that?
Brenda Bowens. I'm Maleah's grandmother. If you see Maleah, please contact the police department.
Now, I promise you, I sped up those clips, rewinded them, slowed it down, and I don't know if it's just a mistake, but she did it twice. I only gave y'all a clip of her saying Malia and Maleah one time, but she did it a couple of times in the interview. If you guys want to see it, just leave me a comment and I'll link the full video to you guys. And I don't know if it means anything, but I'm like, how don't you know your granddaughter's name? That was weird to me. Alright, let's quickly go over some clippings I found in some articles. And I also wanted to speak about, well, give my conclusion as to why I feel like the grandmother's at fault. She's at fault because she knew something was wrong. And I'm going to speak about this first. So, remember when I was like, how the hell she didn't know this baby was not going to daycare? Like, wouldn't the person from the daycare call her? Like, I understand daycare is different from, public school systems, but I'm pretty sure if they're expecting money from, a certain amount of kids, especially in daycare, they will be calling, like, is the baby sick? Is anything okay? So the daycare owner says that she hadn't seen Malia since April 26th, but the other children were there on May 3rd and Vence picked them up. So she wasn't even going to daycare before Brittany left. So I'm like, how long was this happening? And now there's some more articles coming out where allegedly there was some sexual abuse to this child. And I don't put it past that monster. So let's read this. A court order banned Brittany and Vence from seeing Maleah's other siblings. Maleah's younger half-brother was sent to his paternal grandmother's while her older brother was put into custody of his paternal aunt. The order was reportedly the result of separate motions by Brittany's own mother, Brenda, in the Department of Family and Protective Services. So, remember in my other videos, if you guys actually, shout out to all the ones who listen to my videos in full. I love you guys for that. So I put a list of Maleah's surgeries and injuries that she had leading up to her death. So the first injury, Maleah probably would have died then if it wasn't for Brenda. Brenda is the one who forced Brittany to take her there. Now, I'm pretty sure, and if you even look at that interview, you know how she's like, well, I don't know, I could only speak for me and Brittany. You can tell that, I don't know, I guess she's trying to be a mother. I don't want to be judgmental, but then I'm like, this child is dead because of y'all foolishness. But I feel like her mother had an inkling of something. She had to know something, and I don't know if it was because she loved her daughter so much she overlooked it, but I feel like once my kid have a kid, all of that's out the window. The love that I have for her now goes to her child, if that makes sense. And I know some people are like, no, that's not how it works. But I don't know. I feel like the grandmother knew something. And right now she's not talking to Brittany because she felt guilty. If you guys seen that baby's pictures, of her face after they claimed she just fell off a chair. I mean, I explained it, but I didn't want to show you guys the pictures because it's graphic. Like, her face was all swollen. I mean, she had to get half of her fucking skull removed for a higher sake. Like, it's just ridiculous, you guys. Like, I can't. And I really think that she is burnt up somewhere. We're never going to find her. And she's in between those 22 miles. I really just feel like that. Guys, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next one. Please.